Hey, what is going on, Carnage Clan? How are you guys doing today? My name is the Broman, Carnage Broman, Strike Zone Legend. No, I'm actually not a legend at all at this game. I'm pretty bad at Ghosts. But anyways, guys, today you're going to be watching a HEXA KEM Strike by Carnage Yobo. So hopefully you guys enjoy this in the background. He goes ham. Obviously, 6 chems in one game. It's kind of a big number. I mean, I can barely get one. So getting 6 in one game is really cool. So if you guys want to see some pretty awesome gameplays, go check out Carnage Yobo. His channel will be down below in the description. And if you enjoy the commentary, you guys can come check out my channel as well. It will also be down below. I don't know what I'm saying. But anyways, guys, without further ado, I want to get into kind of an interesting little kind of topic slash story thing today. I don't know exactly what you can qualify this as. Maybe like a story montage, because this is going to be a commentary about my experiences with fainting and sort of what I've gone through in my life, you know, with fainting. And by the way, guys, I haven't even posted this on my own channel, so this is unique, original commentary right now, okay? This is not even a subject I've spoken about to my own personal broskies, so you guys are in luck today. But anyways, I basically have a condition. It's not really a disease. It's kind of like it's a condition called hypoglycemia. And maybe some of you guys have it. And if you're not aware of what it is, it's basically the opposite of high blood pressure, which means it is extremely high. No, just kidding. It's low. It's below the normal average, meaning that I am likely to faint in some situations where I don't have, like, where there's specific conditions that will cause me to faint sometimes. And I'll just kind of go over a few of them with you guys right now so you can kind of understand where I'm coming from in some of these stories, know how I may have fainted in them. So basically, a few like side effects of this disease before I keep saying disease, of this condition before I tell you guys some of my fainting scenarios. Basically, I get overly nervous. So if something's gonna happen, I get more nervous than anybody else would do, like normally if they don't have this. And when I get nervous, I get very shaky. So you will be able to tell when I'm nervous. Another thing is I get sweaty. I can't concentrate very well when I'm hungry, and I will pass out under certain different circumstances. And yeah, so that's basically a few little side effects for you guys. And now for the actual stories of what's happened. So the last time I can recall fainting, and this isn't really like an embarrassing, awkward moment. This is just like, you know, an experience I've had with fainting. This is the longest ago I can remember, and I fainted one day. If you guys know what zoodles are, I don't know if they have them in America. I'm not exactly sure. In America, I mean, but like United States of America, or in England, or just wherever you guys are watching from. I don't know if you know what zoodles are. I don't know if they're international things, but they're basically like canned pasta with tomato sauce, and there's really no food content in them. So basically, one day, the only thing I had eaten that day was zoodles. And I was eating the zoodles at about 3 p.m. So I was kind of a bit weak already. You know, when you guys are a little bit hungry, you might get the shakes. I had the shakes a little bit, and I was eating these zoodles. And then I stood up to, you know, go over and wash my bowl out after I'd finished eating. And then everything just went black. And that was like pretty, you know, when you faint, let me just explain this too, because I'm sure most of you guys have never fainted in your life. And if you want to know what it feels like before you faint, well, basically, here's what it feels like. It feels like all of a sudden everything is getting like really, I don't know how to describe it exactly. It sounds like you're sort of in a tunnel. It progressively gets worse. People's voices start sounding like they're farther away, and you start hearing a ringing noise in your ears, and there's a lot of white noise. And if you don't know what white noise is, it's basically like that static noise. I'll just kind of make it with my mouth now so you can kind of get an idea. It's like, you know, just like that kind of noise that you would get in the background of a microphone or something. And you start hearing that, and then all of a sudden you start feeling really weak and shaky. And then literally when you faint, you don't even realize it. You pretty much have a dream about what's happening, and it seems like you're just still, you know, sitting wherever you are, or laying down or standing up. But then you wake up because you hear someone saying your name or something like that. So basically someone would be like, Brody, Brody, Brody. And then I, you know, realize that I'm actually, you know, passed out, and then I'd sit up, and you get you are extremely sweaty. When you wake up from passing out, because your brain just shut down and your body's trying to cool off, you get extremely sweaty. It is disgusting. and you have a major headache, your ears are ringing for the next probably 10 minutes, it is not a good thing. So if you guys have never fainted, that's just a little example, you know, of, not an example, but that's kind of how it feels for me. Maybe it feels different for other people, but that's the best I can describe it for you guys. And anyways, so, you know, I passed out after eating those zoodles. That was the first time I remember fainting. My big sister was the only person home at the time, and so luckily she was there to kind of take care of me and, you know, called my parents and stuff like that. Nothing too bad happened. And a really funny thing that happened, actually, I just lied about that being the first one I remember, because I remember fainting a long time ago. I was about 3 years old, and this one's pretty funny because I was watching the Magic School Bus, and all I remember is at that point in time my dad was like brushing my hair or something. I can't remember exactly what's going on. But in the Magic School Bus, these people were going into a person's body. And they know they do that in quite a few episodes, so you can kind of learn about human anatomy and stuff. But they were, you know, inside someone's body. And blood and, you know, stuff like that makes me very uncomfortable. Well, not as much anymore. It still makes me a little bit like, ugh. But like back then, it was absolutely just unbearable for me. I couldn't handle it. And when I get extremely uncomfortable, and, you know, so I get a visual image of something that doesn't, you know, make me feel good, I'll end up passing out. So what that fainting moment felt like was like my dad spun me around like 1,000 times per second, like just spinning me rapid fire and then bonking my head on the floor. So my mom called the ambulance and actually ended up telling the EMS people that my dad spun me around and hit my head on the floor. But I had just fainted. Luckily, my parents were, you know, like, luckily I was 3 years old, and the EMS people were like, oh, this kid probably, you know, he fainted, he doesn't know what happened. So my parents explained it, my dad didn't get in trouble, everything's okay. And my most recent time fainting, this is the most embarrassing. We were in bio class, and in this bio class we were talking about none other than the vagina. And it wasn't that I was necessarily uncomfortable talking about vaginas, because, you know, it really doesn't bug me, but I was wearing a hoodie in this room, plus the added on effect that we were talking about something that was what am I saying? I can't even speak. A little bit, you know, not uncomfortable, but, you know, something that was kind of just like, oh, a little awkward, makes everyone in the class feel a little uncomfortable. So adding that onto the fact that I didn't eat breakfast that day and I worked out in the morning, I passed out in the middle of bio class in front of the entire class while we were talking about vaginas. Luckily, everybody knows I have hypoglycemia, so no one took it as, you know, I can't handle talking about vaginas or anything. But that was really embarrassing. But anyways, guys, that's just a few of my fainting experiences. If you guys have ever fainted, comment down below and let me know how much you enjoyed it. No, just kidding. Obviously, you hated it. But thank you guys for watching. Check out the channels in the description and subscribe to Carnage if you do enjoy Beast gameplays. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you later. Have a great day, everybody, and peace out.
Okay, let's go. Can't nobody pump stuff like Carnage.